Hi Deepti.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. And what's about you?
I'm also good. So, Deepti, you have applied for a front-end developer profile, okay?
Yes, sir.
Where we need both UI as well as Angular, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, we'll start with your intro. Can you just tell me about yourself?
Yes, sir. Sir, myself Deepti. I'm from Basmat. I completed my graduations from SRT University, Nanded. All about myself.
Okay, I need to know more about you.
Sir, my strength is I'm loyal with my work and I'm hard worker. I never give up easily. And my weakness is if my senior or anyone um, ask me something, so I can't ignite them. I uh, I do when they say me anything to do. So I can do that thing.
Okay, so
And
can you tell?
sir,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
sir, I'm working in a Australian private limited company, and last 2 years I work I work on this I work in this company, and 1.5 year I worked as an Angular front end developer, and last 6 months I work as an Angular.
Okay. So you have 2 years of experience, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you explain me about your project?
Sir, my project is like Naukri.com, where the candidate can create an account to searching a job and where at the same platform, admin will also create an account for searching a candidate for who is looking for the job, and I work on the candidate form, and where we use where was we use reactive form.
Okay. So can you tell me the domain of your project? What is the domain of your project? Is it a financial domain or something? Okay, fine. So Rahul sir, you can start with HTML, CSS. Okay. Hello Rahul sir.
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Deepti. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine. And what's about you?
Good. Okay, Deepti. Tell me, what is the attribute?
Sir, attribute gives the additional information to that element. SRC attribute used for image alter target.
Okay. What is the difference between strong and bold tag?
Bold, strong. Sir, bold is a void tag, and stronger. Both strong and bold tag we use for bold the text, and means
No problem. What is the difference between link tag and anchor tag?
sir, if we goes from one view one if we attach one file to the if we attach the one file to the other files, where we use the link, and where we if we move from one page, one component to the other, where we use anchor tag. Suppose we have to move from home to the about and about to the contact, where we use the anchor tag. And if we attach any file, then we use link.
What is the semantic HTML and how does it work?
Sir, semantic HTML means it gives information. Sorry, sir. Um, it's take about its content. Means if we use the table, then we use a table tag, and more semantic tag. When we use the semantic tag, they increase the search engine optimizations, and search more HTML5 gives a more semantic tag like header, footer, sections, aside, article, aside, now, canvas.
Okay, what is the canvas?
Sir, canvas. If we attach if we apply the image, if we use the image in our layout, then we use the canvas as well as SVG is also used.
Tell me, what is the box model?
So box model contain a margin, padding, border, and content, and every HTML element every HTML element is considered as a box model.
Can you elaborate it?
So box model means box model is the combinations of our content, padding, margin, border, and or included all of this we call box model.
Okay. What is the box sizing?
Box sizing, it is the property C, and box sizing it gives HTML5. It's given by HTML5, and box sizing border box and box sizing content box, and content there are two values of this property, and content box is by default.
Tell me, what is the key difference between HTML element and tag?
HTML element. HTML element is the open tag and content and close tag, closing tag, and that is HTML all about all three content, all open tag, close tag, and their content included. This is called as element, and tag is
Okay, no problem. Okay. What is the difference between div and section?
sir, div section. Sir, if you use for understanding the browser, we use the section logical separations between our layout, logical separations in our layout, where we use the sections, and where we also use a div, but section is more semantic tag.
If you want to display some HTML data in table in tabular format, which HTML tag will be used?
Sir, table for t head we use table head, and in table head we use th, and tr and td is also used for table row and table division.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
What are the list in HTML?
So there are three types of list: order list, unordered list, and description list.
Okay. Just share your screen and create one order list. And the order list will start with the Roman number, just
Yes.
small Roman number. How to achieve it? Show me.
Sir, can I attach Bootstrap?
Yes, you can.
Sir, please can you repeat your question?
Or I want to order list with starting with a Roman number,
Roman.
smaller. You can.
Sorry, sir, I can't remember. I don't remember.
Okay. Suppose I want to apply color each even li element red color. How to achieve it?
Sir, by using n child
Show
in
me how. I say text color, not a background color. Okay, we can tell me, please, how can we club two or more rows or columns in a single row or a column in HTML table?
Mm, Please, sir, can you repeat your question?
How can we club two or more rows or columns in a single row or column in a HTML table? Okay, I will try another way. What is the row span and col span? Tell me, what is the difference between them?
Um, Row span.
Okay, no problem. Tell me, in how many ways can we position an HTML element?
Um, so there are 5 positions. Position absolute, relative, sticky, static, and fixed.
So, and by default position is
By default, positions is static.
static. Very good. What is the sticky position?
Sticky position, it is a hybrid of static and fixed.
Not relative and fixed. Huh?
So yes.
Yeah. Okay. What is the inline element and block element?
Sir, inline element where the width is equal to its content, and block element is width is equal to its parent. Inline elements are input button and image, and block element is paragraph div.
And
Section, header, footer.
what is the float?
So float, it is a property. It is used for positioning and formatting content.
Position and I.
Formatting content.
What is the display none and visibility hidden?
So if we use a display none, the display none, it is uh, it is a visibility none and display none. Display none, that it is not visible to user, and it's changed the structure of layout. And visibility hidden, um, it not visible to the user, but it not change the structure of our layout.
Okay. Which type of advanced selector we use? Can we explain each and every?
Sorry, sir. Please repeat your question.
Which type of advanced selector we use?
Advanced selectors.
Explain each and every one by one.
Pseudo selector and pseudo class selector.
Hmm.
So in a pseudo selector, um, it defines the state of that element, that is like active or focus visited, and in element first child, first letter, and there we use double colon, first child first letter selections after before.
Okay, no problem. Suppose we have two box. One is a outer box and another is a inner box. I want to center in the center of outer box.
So by
How
using
to achieve? How to
transfer
achieve it?
translate property.
Show me how to achieve it.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Yes. I think you say something transform, translate. You did not
Yes,
use
sir.
it. You did not use it. How to use it?
So by using this property, we can also
Okay, Deepti, no problem. Done from my side. Hello, Rishi.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Hi, Deepti.
Hello, sir.
So we'll start with the JavaScript and Angular. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can stop your screen. So tell me, what is Angular?
Sir, Angular is a framework. It is used to build a single-page applications by using TypeScript, HTML.
Okay. Why it is a single page application?
Because, sir, uh, at a time he performed one task or one function, and without refreshing page, we move from one view to another view.
What is view?
So view is visible to the user specific portions.
Okay. What is component?
So component, it is a basic building blocks. It controls the HTML view.
Okay. So tell me, what is dependency injection?
So if we if we if we have one service and we have to inject this service into the other component, there we use dependency injection.
Yes. But what is meaning of that?
Mm. Sorry, sir.
Okay. What is a service?
Sir, if we share the data to the entire application, when we create a service, and if we apply the same functionality to the different component, there we also use a service.
What is the purpose of creating a service?
Sir, uh, if you apply the same functionality to our different component, uh, where that's time we uh, we create a we we create a functions in that service, and everywhere we use these functions.
Okay. So tell me, what is the difference between Angularjs and Angular?
Sir, Angular is a component based. Actually, uh, I recognize.
Okay. What is promise?
Sir, promise, it is JavaScript object. It gives some values in futures, and it used to handle the sequence behavior. And there are 4 states in promise: fulfilled, reject, settle, and fulfilled, reject, settle, and pending. Pending is it is neither settle or nor nor reject, and fulfill when our promise is succeed, and reject when our promise is reject or our promise is failed.
Okay. So tell me, how will we increase our performance of Angular application?
Sir, please, can you repeat your question?
Yes. How we can increase the performance of our Angular application?
Hmm. Sir, we uh, by using service and by using lazy loading and and decreases the time complexity of our functions. Mm,
There are many more. Do you know? There are many more ways.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, fine. So you said the term lazy loading. Can you tell me what is lazy loading?
Sir, lazy loading is the features of our it is given lazy loading is the loading instead of taking loading all the component sorry mm, all this it's load uh, mm, it's load just required thing to is it's load the
Just tell me means how will we do that? Means where do we write our code to lazy load? For what is the purpose of our to perform a lazy loading?
sorry, sir, I don't.
Yes. Okay. So how many types of directives are there, and what is directive?
So directives is it gives the instructions to the DOM. Then there are two types of directives: structural directive and attribute directive. And structural directive, when we remove and adding the DOM in a DOM layout. Uh, uh, Example is ng for and ng switch. And in attributes, they add the additional behavior to that element when we use attribute directives, uh, ng class and ng style. That's our the attribute directive. And component it is also used as a directive.
Okay. So can we use ng for and ng if in the same line?
No, sir. Uh, we cannot use ng for and ng at one line. If we have to we use ng for and ng if, then we create one div outer side of that, and at one div we use ng for and another div we use ng if.
Okay. So can you tell me one minute. Okay. So do you know what is ng container?
Ng container. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Do you know ng template?
Yes, sir. Uh, if we add the view child decorator, then we use ng template.
Yes. When?
View child decorator we use, then that time
No,
we use
ng template.
ng template.
Okay, fine. So what is property binding?
Sir, property binding is if we have transferred the data from TypeScript to the HTML, uh, then we use the property binding.
Okay. What is input output decorators used for?
Sir, input and output, when we transfer data from parent to the child, we use the input decorator, and from child to the parent, we use the output decorator.
Okay. Great. Input decorator, why we use?
Input decorator, when we transfer the data from parent to the child.
Okay. Correct. And child to parent we use?
Output decorator.
So, do you have idea about life cycle hooks?
Yes, sir. I just know NGO on it.
Okay. Which one will execute first?
NGO on it.
Are
If
you
we
sure?
see, yes, sir.
No, you are
Sir,
wrong.
in JavaScript, first construct when we create a class and um,
Hello.
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So NG on changes runs first. Okay. Do you know what is NG on changes? Why we use NG on changes?
No, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me, explain me NG after view init and NG do check?
Sorry, sir. No, I don't know about.
Okay. Means you don't know about do check also? NG do
No,
check?
no, sir.
Okay. Fine. What is the subject?
Sorry, sir.
Subject. Okay. So we discussed about input decorator and output decorator, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. These two are used for transferring the data from parent to child or child to parent, correct? Yes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if there is a component, okay, which is not a child of any component nor a parent of that component, and we have to transfer the data from that component to another. They means they are the siblings. You can assume that. Okay. So how will you transfer the data to them?
Sir, um, sir, here we can also use input decorator and output decorator.
No, they are not in relation like
Uh,
parent child. Okay, fine. So tell me, what is asynchronous JavaScript?
Asynchronous JavaScript is the uh, uh, when one function is running in parallel with other functions, then the asynchronous behavior will occur, and
Okay. So what is HTTP client module? Why we use it?
When the our mm, when the
Okay, fine. So how will we call an API?
sorry, sir.